working out, doing squats right now, but I think I said that I was looking for, hold on, let me make sure y'all looking at this picture and not looking at me because I really don't have like workout clothes on. So, yeah. So, I, I told you I was looking for this book that I put like all these different video ideas in. And as I was looking for it, I found these pictures. Now, these pictures are from 2019 from a cruise that we went on, but it was for the pictures were promotional for the end of like the finale show for the cruise ship. So I'm gonna tell you about that time. Hold on. I gotta do a set real quick. Okay, so hold on. All right, so yeah, let's start off. We went on this cruise 2019. Let me set the scene. Let me see what's the next picture. Okay, so we went on the cruise. It was 2019. We went with my sons, my oldest son. We were moving to Ohio. So he had a best friend in Kansas City that we went on the cruise with them. So me and the mom said that we were going to do this shout. Like they had this, on cruise ships they have all kind of, what's it called? Just competitions and stuff like that. So we were supposed to do it together, but she like bailed out. She was like got scared. So the last minute, I kind of just tossed the drink back and went up there. They had us basically dancing around, entertaining the crowd. It was like what, maybe 10 girls, 10 boys, and then they picked they got down to maybe the last three women, 3 men, and they let the audience like pick their favorite. So obviously the audience is kind of picking the hypest person, right? The person that they kind of fell in love with. And so that was me. But that changed the course of the whole uh, cruise for me. Because then I had to perform. Like, why did I have to? Like, looking back, I probably would have declined because honestly, there was a girl that wanted it way more than me. And I think she had done it before and she really wanted it. If I was older, if I was my age that I am now, which this was 2019, but I am 5 years older, and it did come with some wisdom, I would have given her that opportunity because every day of the cruise, it was something we had to do, like be on the morning news of the cruise. As you're walking around from place to place, people are like, I hope you win, you better do it, blah, blah, blah. So it's this whole thing. One night we had like a dance off on the cruise board. So I'll talk about that. So all of it, and the girl tried to tell me, she did try to tell me this. Hold on, I gotta do another set. Ooh, it's a little heavy. Okay, I'm gonna just do four. I think I'm gonna stay at this. Wait, this is, let's see. This is 205. So I'm gonna stay right here with it. Um, what was I gonna say? I guess I can show you that a little bit. I don't know. I do not want to accidentally show myself. even though everybody should be asleep, but I don't even want to have to erase. So where was I? Okay. I don't know if I want to show everybody. Hey, let's do it like this. So, yeah. So, what was I gonna say? So there was a man and a woman chosen. You kind of just saw the man and like our director, cruise ship director, the person that was over this part of the situation. Oh, that's what I was telling you. It was choreographed. It was like the way it's supposed to go is already kind of predetermined, right? And it would have to be of some miraculous miracle for it to go different than what they have it planned, because it is planned like the woman wins the dance off. Because they choose the songs for you. Like, I didn't get to choose my songs. So the song selection that the man has versus the woman is already hyper at the big show, and the song that the woman has versus the man at the not at that deck show is automatically hyper songs. And I wish I could show y'all the video of that. Maybe I'll go grab my husband's phone at some point and put that in here just so it's in here. But honey, that the one there, on the deck was slippery, and I feel like my leg at that point, because about a year later my ACL ended up tearing, but that knee was unstable before that. So I slipped like twice out there, but I played it off so well, like that the crowd just loved it, right? I slipped, but then like I just was like on the floor acting a fool. Let me see if I can pull it up. I need to stick to working out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to go live every day. So I will share that on tomorrow's live. So it's kind of in sync. So this is what I'm doing right now. Working out. These pictures, when I saw these pictures, it was so funny. Because I used to just act up. Not that I don't now. I mean, if you watch my videos, you know I still can act a fool. But I just think something about when I gave up diet culture and stuff like that. And you can see probably in this picture, I'm maybe, I don't know, 20, about 30 to 40 pounds heavier than I am now. But it kind of gave me like a sense of, yeah, whatever type of thing. Like I was very comfortable, and I don't know if it was a false sense of comfort or true, but either way, I was just like living in my body versus concerned with my body. So it was a beautiful time and a beautiful lesson to learn and to take with me, even as I transition into, caring more for my body in a different way. The confidence that I gained while I was gaining weight and while I was like letting go of the norms, invaluable. And I know, that's kind of controversial, but that is what happened. I can't do nothing about it. I was now this picture, some of them are, but also when I look back, I'm like, okay, you play the fool a lot, and I don't like enjoy that part of it. Like I also look back at like videos of me when I was I'm gonna just say when I was in this dance group, and it feels like buffoonery and clownery to me sometimes when I look at that stuff, and like I was in a different mode of not taking myself as serious, and there is good and bad in that. I need to do is that. Hold on. Now, the story. In the story, I was, and I don't like this picture, so I'm gonna move on. So you see my locks wasn't even that long at this point. They were still their original color. All of that. I don't really like this one either, but I'm gonna leave it there for a little bit. Okay, so that night we had the dance off. I was clowning, acting a fool, had a good time, right? And he had a bad time because I was the winner of that day. So he wasn't. That night he wasn't. So he had to bear the burden of going through the whole trip as the loser. However, I had to leave the ship as the loser. So we both, I feel like, ruined our cruise by participating in this. Now, it was a fun experience. There were fun parts of it. But from now on, I will just chill out on the cruise. I will be just a rider. Just a, what is it called? Passenger. Nothing else. But, so, yes, because as we going around, the days to days, you know, he's having to bear this burden of he lost, basically. And having to see everybody, because everybody comes to these events. Then the last night was the main show. So at the main show, he, so I already know, like it's anxiety, it's all this kind of stuff. And I was like in a very competitive mode. Like I literally hate how I went into that situation because I was like I wasn't having fun. I was, you know, in a thing or whatever. But he had put on, like, he had a wig, he had shorts, he was basically dressed as a woman. So I knew that was gonna like win the crowd over. I knew that the songs that they had for me, like they had "It's Raining Men" as a song, like old songs, versus he had like songs like crowd pleasers. It was more of the DJ kind of rigged it. But also in the costume that he was given, it made it like, yeah, it made the whole thing. Not taking anything away from his win, for real. Not taking anything away from his win, but that's just how it was choreographed, unbeknownst to us, for real, right? Um, and I remember when I went out, one of the people was like, "You better bust a splitter or something," because they knew that like it's already like predetermined who's gonna win. So we did the thing. He won. It was good. It was fun to be up on stage in front of all those people, and it's a good experience. An experience like that not everybody gets. So I enjoyed the experience. I think I definitely entertained the crowd. I was definitely a good person for that opportunity. But baby, that night I could not sleep. I was mad. Everybody I was with was mad. Like I could not sleep. But like now looking back, he had to go through that the whole time, the whole trip. He had to be the loser, right? So that night, I guess I left my phone somewhere, so I don't really have a lot of pictures from that trip. I left my phone somewhere on the ship. I never got it back, so that also just ruined the whole thing for me. I have not been on a cruise since, but I'm like ready to go back. I'm definitely ready to get back to cruising. Let me do one more squat set, and I'm gonna move on to something else. Okay. So right now, I'm thinking a lot about balance and how I want to balance my eating, how I want to balance my workouts. And when I look at these pictures and think back about this time, it makes me think about, and this is a perfect picture for this, it makes me think about balancing my personality and balancing, let me see if y'all can see me if I get on this thing. No. Okay, balancing my personality and balancing the fact that I do have I like to entertain people and all of that, but I want to make sure that I'm taking myself serious and that I'm serious about bar. It's important. But I don't want to I do not, in the pursuit of that, want to lose that sense of playfulness and not taking it too serious and just living life no matter, you know, where I'm at, what I look like. If I'm gonna look silly, I still want to be able to like perform, or not even perform, but just like live in the experience. So there are so many parts of the journey that I've been on back and forth with losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, you know. But there's things that I learned at each part of it, and I want to make sure that I take those things that I love about me, that are truly me, with me. There are things that, because when I'm focused on food and things like that, food and workouts and stuff like that, that I'm not able to truly be present. I I don't want that lifestyle, but I also don't want this one for real. So, uh, so it is a balancing act. Even with my workouts, I'm thinking like today I'm doing weightlifting, and I was doing a program and I got hurt on the program. So I'm kind of structuring it to where, okay, you do a heavy lift, do a heavy, like today I did squats, and now I'm just gonna do leg work, like the leg machines. I'm gonna do leg press, I'm gonna do hip thrust, and then I'll do some single leg stuff, and just making sure that I get um, on my compound lift, that I'm tracking that I'm progressively overloading, but leaving more opportunity for just like play with it. And I'm gonna balance it also by, I'm gonna lift twice a week, I'm gonna run twice a week, I'm gonna do Pilates or yoga, or Pilates and yoga twice a week, and that's 6 days a week. And I feel like that feels more balanced over a lifetime. Or maybe it's just for now. Maybe at some points I'll like really be like, yeah, I really need to be lifting, or yeah, I really need to be working on my flexibility or my mobility or my core, or you know. But for right now, I'm feeling a need for balance. And also, as I really dive into my hunger cues and making sure that I'm um, responding to my hunger cues, but not overdoing it. I want to make sure that, whoop, whoop, my little thing, no L. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure that I am, I don't know what picture we was on. I don't want to show everything that way. I want to make sure that I'm just like giving space. Ugh. Giving space for like not working my body to where it's causing me to eat more, because honestly the workout is not that important. It's really not. It's about what I eat. Working out is great, you know, for health and for structure and for building muscle and maintaining mobility, but I've worked out for years. And that picture that you're looking at, I was running. I could run 6 miles. I could run for an hour. that that doesn't change anything, but I can eat a lot of food. So, that you can work out, but your best workout can't even do anything. It can't even combat a like normal trip to uh Red Lobster. It can't do anything with that. So it's just I need a little bit more peace. I was at the a swimming class, and one of the girls in the class, I was telling her my back was hurting, and I was like, I think I'm lifting too heavy, and she was like, have you tried Pilates or yoga and stuff like that? And I was like, yeah, but I don't really like it because it moves slow. Like it feels slow. I'm not getting my heart rate up, blah blah. Blah. And she was just kind of talking about stabilizers and stuff like that. Stuff I already knew, but people assume that I don't know because they just look at me and they decide that they don't know that I mean, again, I was talking about that other test that I said for the case management test. I also took the NASM personal trainer, the NASM personal trainer certification. I studied and took that test and passed that test. I was a certified personal trainer, so I know all these things, and I've lived a lifetime of working out and taking care of myself. So I know these things. But as she was talking, I was like just kind of having an internal conversation with myself of, you know what? There is something to women that work out in a more calm fashion, who don't uh, inflame themselves with heavy workouts all the time. I'm still gonna lift heavy and do that kind of thing, but there is something to, doing it that calm way and having time for that. And if you look at what those women look like, it does look different. Not to say she had like an amazing, not to even judge her body, but the fact is that women who are not making themselves like ravenous by lifting heavy all the time have a different look. They have a way that their body is able to kind of just naturally maintain a little better. So it's something to think about. It made me think about the balance of, is there a time, is there opportunity for me to move slower sometimes, for me to be more, dainty about my movements and focus on that kind of a thing? Is there opportunity for that? And I would say, yeah, there is. So that's what I am thinking I'm going to be kind of going towards, because I really need to or want to focus in on the, what is it called? My foot, listening to my body, working on my mind. There are things that with my therapist, there's a book that we were reading. It is called, I don't know what it is. It's Radically Open. It's like a DBT book, dialectical behavior therapy, that is for eating disorders. And literally the book, I'm like, I've read maybe 6 hours of the book or listened to 6 hours of the book. Literally, there's really no conversation about food. It's about your relationship with people, your mind, again, with the relationships. And if you listen to my videos, I talk about relationships and how I'm working on relationships. So this book, although it is about disordered eating, it is about relationships and how you connect to the outside world and to other people. To and she said later in the book, which she didn't say that until I said, I find it funny that this book is really not mentioning food, because that's not the point. Food is not the point. It's like, if food can be it could have been alcohol. It could have been any drug. It could have been anything. It just happens to be food is the thing that I'm using to cope, but that doesn't mean that it could have been anything. So the thing that you're using is not the point. The reason you're using it is. So coming to uh different ways, just finding different ways to take care of yourself that aren't that thing. So that is what I want to kind of focus my time on. So just kind of be more relaxed. No, I don't want to lose no muscle that I have built. I did my DEXA scan in the beginning of the year, and I have um, a lot of muscle up under here. So I don't want to lose any of that, but I do want to, in a peaceful way, be more balanced. And even with those things that I said, I also need time for skating. I also need time for swimming. I also need time for just dance classes, for things that come up. So making sure that that is a part of my lifestyle, and how can this look balanced over a lifetime. I don't know what this live was. I was telling you about the cruise story, and then it got into I am working out, so then it got into a little bit of, that kind of stuff. That's why I never know how to what to put as a title for the stuff that I do, because I just be like, it ties in some kind of way, but not really. Now, are we at okay? We got 3 minutes, and we'll be at 30 minutes, and I'm gonna feel like I did my thing for today. Yeah, so I'm trying to go live more so that I can, there's no editing involved. And so I'm trying to get these watch hours. I'm determined to get my watch hours before the end of the year, before 2025. And so I'm doing my part to make that happen in a way that I feel is balanced, in a way that I feel makes sense to me and my journey. I'm not like in the camera right now, like I need to be doing a set right now while I'm talking. But I'm not in the camera. I'm getting other things done. Like yesterday, I was hiking when I was doing it. The day before, I was folding clothes. So I'm making it a part of my lifestyle. I'm just like talking to you all, and that's like no problem. And like right now, I know y'all not up, or y'all getting ready for church, or y'all living y'all life, and that's great. But it'll be here. I did my part, and if somebody wants to listen at a later time, then cool, it's there. But yeah, I'm pulling out. I ain't gonna say pulling out all the stops, but pulling out the stops, the cards that I can play that feel authentic for me. I want to also say thank you again to the people that watched yesterday. That would be Minimum Tierra. That would be Sweet Life of Queen. That would be Mingle with Brown. That would be Slay the Fab Way. And just thank you for people who always support me, like Patrice Denise and Shay's Journey. And who have I not mentioned yet? That y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know I'm doing this set. And as I as I keep doing these, I'll be able to recall more and more people. But yeah. And honestly, I'm just doing these until I can't do it no more. My lifting heavy is the squat, and so now this is just like more so getting that hump. So let's see. Am I in 30 minutes? Almost. I don't want to be a stickler, but I do want to do what I said I was going to do. And thank you so much for being here. Please consider subscribing, and please consider watching some other videos. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.